Hello viewers, Justice Clarence Thomas has overtly flouted the federal regulation that requires all federal judges, which includes Supreme Court justices, to recuse themselves from instances in which they can't be impartial. He has participated in a case in which his wife, Ginny, undeniably has an interest. In continuation of this video, please do take a moment of your precious time to hit the subscribe button and notification bell for latest updates from us. For a lengthy time, it has felt like there is nothing to be finished about this conventional knowledge, says that brief of impeachment. Supreme Court justices are immune from penalties for their misconduct. But that is wrong. Thomas's 8 colleagues have the equipment to shield the court's integrity. They can publicly censure him, bar him from being the decisive vote in instances in which he have to have recused, and take away his energy to write or majority opinions. Whether they will take motion is a one-of-a-kind story, which may additionally provide an explanation for why the court's recognition is at a historical low. But Thomas, who has lengthy performed quick and unfastened with recusal laws, has subsequently long gone too far. The trouble got here to a head closing month when the Supreme Court refused to block the House committee investigating the January 6 assault on the Capitol from acquiring Arizona GOP Chair Kelli Ward's telephone records. In January 2021, Ward had orchestrated a choice slate of electors, which blanketed herself in an effort to subvert the election of Joe Biden as president. Thomas participated in the court's decision, casting a dissenting vote, even although his spouse used to be intimately worried in these events. Chances are you heard nothing about this. That's due to the fact this election was one phase of the court's shadow docket orders issued besides listening to a written decision, and so it garnered little public attention. But it ought to have, due to the fact Thomas's participation in the case was once a flagrant violation of the federal regulation requiring recusal from instances in which it is known by means of the judge that his partner has an pastime that may want to be drastically affected by way of the outcome. His vote additionally transgressed that statute's broader provision requiring disqualification in any intending in which a judge's impartiality would possibly moderately be questioned. She additionally dispatched severe textual content messages to President Trump's chief of team of workers, disturbing he overturned the election, and attended the rally on the Ellipse on January 6, although she left earlier than the assault on the Capitol. Without question, Ginny Thomas has an interest that should be significantly affected through the outcome of the January 6 committee's subpoena of Ward's smartphone records. Also, besides question, Justice Thomas knew it when he forged his dissenting vote to bar disclosure. The 8 different justices be aware of it, too. Yet so far, they have performed nothing about a fellow justice's blatant violation of a federal regulation designed to defend the integrity of the court docket on which they serve. Understandably, the justices are reluctant to police their colleagues. But Justice Thomas's wonderful behavior calls for an extremely good response. For starters, Thomas's colleagues must publicly censure him. There is nothing to end any one of the justices or higher yet, all 8 appearing together from issuing a public announcement criticizing Thomas for violating the federal recusal statute. Public reprimands of federal judges by way of their colleagues are rare, however now not unprecedented. Recently, judges on the 7th Circuit censured a fellow judge for the exceedingly minor offense of criticizing Chief Justice John Roberts in a few sentences in a regulation evaluation article. Precedent exists for this admittedly amazing step. After Justice William O. Douglas suffered a debilitating stroke in 1974, his colleagues agreed no longer to permit him to forge the decisive vote in future cases. The different justices voted as a substitute to put off these instances to keep away from the apparent injustice that would take place had been a mentally impaired justice to solid the figuring out vote, placing precedent for the nation. Justice Thomas's colleagues must do the same. To enable Thomas to solid the determining vote in a case in which he is in my opinion biased is some distance extra serious, no longer solely making a mockery of federal regulation. However, additionally violating litigants' constitutional proper to be heard by means of an independent choose. What is your take on this video? Please do kindly drop your comment.